Parshas Vayishlach. Oh, so we have over here the Parshas Vayishlach. We have that Yaakov Avinu meets up with Esav, his brother. He meets up with Esav, his brother, and we know that Yaakov was very worried about it. He prepared different ways to appease him first, to send presents that he should. But Yaakov Avinu was still, Esav was still talking Esav Arosha, and so it says over here that so he comes towards Esav comes towards Yaakov. They come to grief for the first time in many years, and Esav and Yaakov bows to Esav 7 times. He bows to him 7 times, and and then finally Esav comes towards him, and they embrace for the first time. He embraces him, and he gives him a kiss. Chloikes, he kissed him b'chol libo. He didn't kiss him b'chol libo. Hagam that Chazal say Esav halachu Esav son of Yaakov, and the Ma'aseh in that encounter, he was aroused. The mercy on Yaakov, of Yaakov's appeasing him, and Yaakov was bowing to him and flattering him, and that caused Esav to come over to embrace him. But the Ma'aseh, the Mefarshim bring down that Yaakov's bowing 7 times. He bowed to him 7 times. And what was the end of the 7 times? So the Balaturim and other Mefarshim say, Midin Sheva Yipol Tzadik V'Kom. Midin Sheva Yipol Tzadik V'Kom. The Pashup shot.
It's a din.
I mean, you did.
No.
Yeah, Pashu's a din. But the Indian is. So the Pashas, we say the Pashas, the Ben Bechayis Mashma that way. The Yaakov Avinu was saying a statement to Esav. His statement to Esav was that Hagam, that I'm bound to you now. I have to come on to you, and I have to. But my service Dover. The tzaddik sometimes has to machniya to the rosh. He has to go out. But service shall dover come. Service shall dover. I'm going to get out of this. I'm going to continue on sholem. I'm going to continue on in the matzav that. The
last bow was a come.
Right, it was a come. He came up. He got up. Oh, but I was thinking maybe there was another remez over here. The remez is very, very schwer. States in the beginning of the parashah, love and garti veicha. Love and garti. Rashi says pshat and love and garti. Taryag mitzvah shamarti. I kept the taryag mitzvahs. So the shaila is. According to the first pshat, Rashi said love and garti. That I'm a ger. I was a ger. I didn't become somebody choshev. You shouldn't be jealous of me over the brachas. Then I understand he's saying the message to Esav. But Rashi's second pshat of love and garti, the saying mitzvah shamarti. What does Esav care? Saying mitzvah shamarti. So in the passage you would learn pshat. That maybe the pshat as we know that Yaakov Avinu, this whole shlita over Esav, that Yitzchak gave him the bracha was only if he kept the mitzvahs. If it's kol Yaakov, it's kol Yaakov is Yadayim Dei Esav. But the Maisa, so Yaakov Avinu was saying, don't think that I was in base lava. I mean, Meila, I wasn't shayach to Torah, I wasn't shayach to the mitzvahs, I wasn't shayach to Kiyum. Shayach mitzvah shamarti. I kept the shayach mitzvahs, I kept all the mitzvahs. But the Maisa, no, one second. So he's saying that you don't have shlita over me. Your whole shlita over me is kol Yaakov Yadayim Dei Esav is no kol Yaakov. Shayach mitzvah shamarti.
Don't even try.
Hagam that you'll say what's pshat shayach mitzvah shamarti. So the Taz and the Dachei Dovid says, my house is B'kayim mitzvahs b'nei Beis Hamikdash. The mitzvah shamarti is from the Gemara in Sot Lamed Zayin that it's the chelik, every chelik of Torah that we learn. Hagam the Gemara in Gizvachim Kuf Yud says that's only Negeya kol aloymeid kol oisik b'chatas ki l'hikriv chatas. But the Taz says that the Dachei Dovid also the Chaim Velosh is known that every mitzvah there's a chelik of the mitzvah of of shmira. It's called the shmira of the mitzvah. It's the chelik of Torah, of the limit of the mitzvah. Lishmar is to remember it, to have it in zinin. It's chutz from the actual ma'aseh mitzvah, but the lishmar of the mitzvah. That's so. Meila, that's the pshat. The ganze Zeit that I was by Alman, I was chazmin ganz kol Torah kula. The state sholem b'teirasa shaloi shochach. The Rashi says. But it could be there's another yesod over here, and that is very quickly that the melchama of Esav and Yaakov. Esav was supposed to be the one that was to come to Olam Hazeh, and Esav was supposed to be the one to taka to be oisik in Olam Hazeh and taka to give to Yaakov. He was supposed to be the Yisachar Zvulun. He was supposed to be Yisachar Zvulun here, and Esav was supposed to be the one to support Yaakov Avinu. And that was his tafkid. And don't forget, only when Yaakov came to get the brachas, for his farm bring down, that was Yaakov took over that tafkid. We said last week, the Medrash says at the beginning of Parashas, Vayetze Yaakov Hador T'chsiv. Chazal says, Medrash Tanchum, Yalamdenu Rabbeinu. What should a person do? That they killed B'shoigi, he has to go to Golus. Ma'akesha. The Torah says that Yaakov Avinu had taken over Esav's job. He had killed him in a certain way. He had taken over his taf to this world. He said, man, that's when he's going to Golus. That's when Eliphaz ran afterwards. He told him, what should I do with Tziva Ya'aba? What do you mean, what should I do with Tziva Ya'aba? He said, what should I do with my father's mitzvah to kill you? He says, take my money. I said, what's the pshat? Your father's mitzvah you to do something. So he said, the halacha is, you're not supposed to listen. No. Since he was a goyal adam, I want to tie because he took his tavkid. So he told him, he's right. He thought you're a goyal adam for your father. That's what he said. Take my money. I'm a summa. Just like I was ki'ilu, I took away his avodah. So the ki'ilu is going to be, I'll take away his ki'ilu summa chashiv kemez. So the ki'ilu is yotzim ki'ilu. I'll be the drisha. You're going to have an answer. Kitzah. But that was the tafkid. But Yaakov Avinu. But what was the struggle? The struggle was that Esav came to Olam Hazeh, and Esav was taka ket mensch. He understood he had godless in Ashkofa, but Lamaisa, in his avodah, he couldn't control his body. His body he couldn't control. There was a break between the body and the head and the body. Esav couldn't control. Esav couldn't deal with the fact that you have to live in Olam Hazeh and Mekadosh Olam Hazeh. So how is it possible? If you live in Olam Hazeh, you become a Baal Taiva. It's not possible. It's not possible that avoided to go out of Olam Hazeh. Yaakov was the base measure. Esav avoided was to go out into the world and to Mekadosh Olam Hazeh. But he couldn't do it. And you know why he couldn't do it? Because he realized the steers. He kept going out to Olam Hazeh. And in Olam Hazeh, a person's nimshach, and he falls. And if he says if he falls, it's not shaykh. It's not shaykh to be a person that falls down and is nimshach to Olam Hazeh. It's not shaykh for him to go into Olam Hazeh and to be Mekadosh Olam Hazeh. Memela, Esav understood that's it. So you have to give it. It has to be complete giving over to Olam Hazeh because it's not shaykh. You fall all the time. Yaakov Avinu went out to Golus to prove that's not true. That you can live in Olam Hazeh, you can go through Olam Hazeh, and takim love and gauti. Besides, that was the message that they were sending to Esav. And in that Nakuda is chavrei that you can fall, that agam you to be oisik in Olam Hazeh, and you're going to have the shyness in Olam Hazeh. You're going to fall, but the nafkamid is become. He gets up again. That's the chiluk. That's the Yisrael. The Yisrael is teaching him that Esav, you have to realize your whole mistake was you go into Olam Hazeh and you fall. So it's not shaykh, but it's not true. If a cat, the tzaddik falls many times, but the nafkamid gets back up again, and he's mamshich. That was the Yisrael.